Today we'll discuss a topic that we often shy away from, something that makes us uncomfortable: failure. Yes, you heard me right. Failure. But before you start glancing nervously at the exit signs, let me assure you that understanding failure is the key to unlocking your path from failure to success. Step 1. Learning from failure. Failure is not something we typically celebrate or embrace. It's often seen as a sign of weakness or incompetence. But failure is not the end of the road. It's a crucial part of the journey towards success. Some of the most accomplished people in history have experienced failure time and time again before they reached their goals. Think about famous inventors like Thomas Edison and his countless attempts to create the light bulb. He said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." Imagine if he had given up after his first few failed attempts. We wouldn't have the luxury of light at our fingertips today. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone. It's a teacher that provides us with valuable lessons and insights. Each failure we encounter is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to evolve into a better version of ourselves. One of the greatest benefits of failure is that it forces us to evaluate our actions and decisions. It shines a light on our weaknesses and areas for improvement. Failure shows us what doesn't work, so we can redirect our efforts and try a different approach. It's like a roadmap guiding us towards success, pointing out the detours we should avoid along the way. Learning from failure also builds resilience. When we stumble and fall, when we face disappointment and setbacks, we have a choice. Let failure crush our spirits and diminish our self-belief? Or we can rise above it, dust ourselves off, and keep moving forward with renewed determination. Failure is an invitation to step outside our comfort zones. It encourages us to take risks, to stretch our limits, and to challenge the status quo. Success often lies on the other side of fear, and failure is the bridge that leads us there. It reminds us that growth happens when we push ourselves beyond what we think we're capable of. Now, think about a recent failure you've experienced. Maybe it was a project that didn't go as planned or a missed opportunity. Take a moment to reflect on what went wrong and what you can learn from it. Embrace that failure as a valuable gift, because it holds the key to your future success. Learning from failure requires humility. It's about being honest with ourselves, acknowledging our mistakes, and taking responsibility for our actions. It's not about blaming others or making excuses. When we own our failures, we empower ourselves to make positive changes and avoid repeating the same mistakes. It reminds us that success doesn't come easily or overnight. It's a journey filled with twists and turns, highs and lows, which helps us develop the mental fortitude to persevere in the face of adversity. It strengthens our character and prepares us for the challenges that lie ahead. So, I encourage you to embrace failure with open arms. Embrace it as an opportunity for growth, as a catalyst for change, not an enemy. Embrace it as a necessary ingredient on your path to success. Step 2. Overcoming obstacles. We all face obstacles in our lives. They can come in many forms: a difficult project at work, a personal setback, or even self-doubt that holds us back from pursuing our dreams. But here's the secret: obstacles are not roadblocks. They are opportunities in disguise. They present us with a chance to grow, to learn, and to prove to ourselves just how resilient and capable we truly are. Think about the stories of successful people who face seemingly insurmountable obstacles. Oprah Winfrey, for example, grew up in poverty and faced numerous challenges throughout her life. But she didn't let those obstacles define her. Instead, she used them as fuel to propel herself forward, becoming one of the most influential women in the world. Overcoming obstacles starts with the right mindset. It's about shifting our perspective from seeing obstacles as roadblocks to viewing them as stepping stones. It's about believing that no matter how tough the challenge, we have the strength and resourcefulness within us to overcome it. When faced with an obstacle, the first step is to embrace it. Acknowledge its presence and the impact it has on your journey. Don't shy away from it or pretend it doesn't exist. By accepting the obstacle, you take away its power to paralyze you. Instead, it becomes an invitation to rise above and prove yourself. The next step is to break down the obstacle into smaller, manageable parts. Sometimes, obstacles can appear overwhelming, but when we deconstruct them, we realize that they are not as insurmountable as they first seemed. By tackling each component one step at a time, we gain momentum and confidence. Remember, obstacles are not permanent. They are temporary roadblocks that test our determination and resilience. They are opportunities for us to dig deep and discover our inner strength. So, keep your eye on the prize and never lose sight of the bigger picture. Another essential ingredient in overcoming obstacles is perseverance. It's easy to get discouraged when faced with adversity, but it's those who refuse to give up that ultimately succeed. Embrace a never-give-up attitude. Let setbacks fuel your determination to keep pushing forward. Every time you stumble, use it as a stepping stone to rise higher than before. Don't be afraid to seek support when faced with obstacles. Surround yourself with a network of positive and encouraging loved ones and friends who believe in your capabilities. They can provide guidance, advice, and a shoulder to lean on when things get tough. Remember, you don't have to face obstacles alone. Step 3. Cultivating a positive mindset. Life is full of ups and downs, twists and turns. It's a roller coaster ride that can sometimes leave us feeling overwhelmed, defeated, and stuck in a cycle of negativity. But here's the thing, our minds have the incredible capacity to shape our reality. By cultivating a positive mindset, we can change our perspective, our actions, and ultimately our outcomes. Now, cultivating a positive mindset doesn't mean ignoring the challenges and setbacks we face. It's about choosing to approach them with optimism, resilience, and a belief that we have the power to overcome them. It's about training our minds to see the silver lining, even in the darkest of clouds. One of the first steps in cultivating a positive mindset is practicing gratitude. Take a moment each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for. It could be as simple as a beautiful sunrise, or a roof over your head. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, filling our hearts with appreciation and positivity. Another powerful tool for cultivating a positive mindset is the practice of positive affirmations. These are simple, uplifting statements that you repeat to yourself daily. By affirming positive beliefs about yourself and your abilities, you rewire your brain to think positively. So, start your day with affirmations like, I am capable of overcoming any challenge, or I am deserving of success. Watch how these positive statements gradually shape your mindset and open doors to new possibilities. When faced with failure or setbacks, it's essential to reframe our thinking. Instead of dwelling on the negatives, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? Or how can I grow stronger as a result of this setback? Shifting your perspective from failure to opportunity empowers you to see setbacks as stepping stones toward success. Interested in starting a business to create wealth? Click the links in our description box below. Step 4. Taking action. Think about all the people you admire, the entrepreneurs, the athletes, the artists. They didn't achieve greatness by sitting on the sidelines. They took action. They turned their dreams into reality by taking that first step, by believing in themselves, and by putting in the effort required to make things happen. Taking action is the catalyst that propels us forward. It's like the ignition switch that sets our dreams in motion. Without action, our ideas remain mere fantasies, our goals remain distant mirages. But with action, we begin to create momentum, to bridge the gap between where we are and where we want to be. We worry about making mistakes, about what others might think, and about falling short of our own expectations. But here's the truth, failure is a natural part of growth. It's not something to be feared, it's something to be embraced and learned from. Taking action requires us to push past fears, embrace discomfort, and to be willing to fail. Failure is not the end, it's a valuable teacher that provides us with lessons and feedback. It shows us what doesn't work so we can adjust our approach and try again. So, don't let the fear of failure hold you back. Take that leap of faith and trust in your ability to learn, grow, and adapt. Taking action also means staying adaptable and open to change. The path to success is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Be willing to adjust your course, to learn from setbacks, and to embrace new possibilities that may arise along the way. Flexibility is the key that allows us to navigate the ever-changing landscape of life. Step 5. Celebrating successes. We live in a world that often focuses on the next big thing, the next goal to achieve, or the next hurdle to overcome. We're constantly in pursuit of something better, faster, or more significant. But here's the thing, if we don't take the time to celebrate our successes along the way, we risk losing sight of how far we've come and the hard work we've put in. Celebrating successes is not about being self-indulgent or arrogant. It's about acknowledging our efforts, recognizing growth, and cultivating a mindset of gratitude and positivity. It's about taking a moment to pause, reflect, and savor the joy of accomplishment. No matter how small or insignificant a success may seem, it's important to give it the recognition it deserves. Maybe you completed a challenging project at work, took a step outside of your comfort zone, or achieved a personal goal. These are all moments worth celebrating because they represent progress and personal growth. Celebrating successes has numerous benefits. It boosts our confidence, reinforcing the belief that we are capable of achieving more. It energizes us, fueling our motivation to continue pushing forward. It also creates a positive feedback loop, where the act of celebrating success inspires us to strive for even greater achievements. So, how can we celebrate our successes? Well, it doesn't have to be grand or extravagant. It can be as simple as taking a moment to acknowledge and appreciate yourself. Give yourself a pat on the back, treat yourself to something you enjoy, or simply take a few moments to reflect on your journey and the obstacles you've overcome. Don't be afraid to commemorate your successes in a tangible way. Write them down in a journal, create a vision board, or take a picture that captures the essence of your achievement. These physical reminders serve as powerful motivators, reminding us of what we are capable of and how far we've come. It's also important to celebrate the successes of others. Take the time to recognize and applaud the accomplishments of your friends, family, and colleagues. Their victories don't diminish your own. Instead, they inspire and create a positive environment where everyone can thrive. The journey from failure to success is a testament to the resilience and unwavering determination of the human spirit. It is a transformative process that molds people into stronger versions of themselves, imbued with the wisdom gained from their failures. While failure may initially seem like an insurmountable obstacle, it often serves as a catalyst for growth and self-discovery. Failure challenges us to reassess our approaches, identify weaknesses, and embrace innovative solutions. It forces us to confront our limitations and push beyond our comfort zones. Each failure serves as a valuable opportunity for introspection, allowing us to refine our skills, redefine our goals, and realign our priorities. Success, on the other hand, is not merely the absence of failure, but the result of resilience, hard work, and a refusal to be deterred by temporary setbacks. It is the product of relentless effort, adaptability, and a growth mindset that thrives on learning from mistakes. Success is not a destination but a continuous journey, punctuated by both achievements and failures, with each one propelling us further towards our aspirations.